Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different. I feel like I haven't done a food video in quite a while. So I had really been wanting to get like a somewhat healthy meal prep just ready and in the fridge for Addison and myself and the kids to grab whenever we need it or we're on the run or whatever. So I've been wanting to do this for quite a while and I kind of thought up some ideas and whatnot, and I finally had the time to put this together for you guys. So hopefully you will enjoy. If you're new here, my name is Megan. I have two little girls. Harper is just about 6 and Oakley is 3.5. And then there's my husband, Addison. I am a nurse. I've been working straight nights. I've been at the hospital for 14 years, but I've been working straight nights for the last couple years since the pandemic. But I just recently cut down my hours because I feel like I was burning my candles at both ends. So anyways, hopefully I will have like a lot more time on my hands to get more videos out for you guys because that's really what I'm interested in. So anyways, let's get to it. So obviously the first thing you saw there a minute ago was me just getting some eggs boiled up. I'm using my little Dash egg cooker and that thing is amazing. Now I've never made a full like 6 eggs with it before, so I found that they were probably a little softer than I would have liked, but it's probably just because like I filled up that little cooker with the 6 eggs, so they were all touching. Usually I only do about 3 or 4 at a time and then they cook perfect. But anyways, so I'm going to boil some eggs and get that started. And then for the first meal, now this one is not going to look appetizing by any means, but Addison had this meal this night. We had soccer on this night for Harper. It was her first game and her game was an hour and a half away. Like, I know I signed her up so that she would be closer to the trailer if that's where we were on a Monday evening, which just kind of makes sense for us for the summer. So until she's done school, I have to drive back and forth, but that's fine. I don't mind driving. So Addison had this meal on this night and he said it was fantastic. He really liked it. And I just wanted everything to be super simple. So I fried up some ground turkey with an onion and I used that new quesadilla mix by Old El Paso. I've never seen it before, but I put that into it for some flavoring and seasoning. Then I also have this steamable bag of it's corn and it's got some peppers in it and kind of like a Mexican flavoring to it as well. For the rice, I also just used microwavable packets. Now I did a mixture of cheddar jalapeno and then just chicken. I didn't want it to be too spicy. Like I wanted the girls and I to be able to eat it. I think it ended up being a little too spicy for them. Like I said, Addison loved this. He talked about this a lot. And the most embarrassing part of this meal was that I had to use canned like brown beans. I mean, we love ourselves a can of beans every once in a while. My idea for this was black beans because that's what would have went well. And I could have sworn that I had a can of black beans in my pantry and I don't know, it was gone. So we must have used it in a recipe and I just forgot to replace it. So I did settle for a can of brown beans, which was fine. And then I put a little bit of Rotel on just because I was going to make homemade salsa, but I did not have time for that. So we use a little bit of Rotel and not too much because I do find this spicy as well. And then the whole point of this meal is that you're just going to kind of mash it all up, stir it all up together and eat it. And I haven't tried this one yet, but Addison, like I said, he loved it. The next meal is actually going to be my favorite one. So anyways, hopefully you get some kind of ideas and inspiration from that one. The next one, this one was so good. This is my favorite. So I'm just using this, also microwavable. Just try to keep things simple. Microwavable pasta. I found it at Walmart. So it's actually made with, I didn't see the back when I was paying attention. Cauliflower and is it yellow peas? But in a flour form. And it's fantastic. It's so good. So it's totally healthy. There's 2 servings in a bag. So I'm going to do 2 bags and then divide each bag into half here and make 4 containers with. And then this is what the girls and I had for supper on this night that we were filming. So I'm just going to split the bag into half. And then I did these organic turkey meatballs. They're such good meatballs. They are fantastic. So if you can see them in your local grocery store, like definitely snag them. So I'm going to do 4 meatballs in each one. And then I also steamed some broccoli, and I'm going to add some broccoli in. Now I didn't want things to be dry, so I added a little bit of pizza sauce. I wasn't going to open a whole can of, pasta sauce and waste anything. So I had some leftover pizza sauce in the fridge. So once I put the meatballs in the container, I'm just going to drizzle them with a little bit of that pizza sauce, and it worked perfectly fine. And then I just had some like kind of fresh shaved Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to sprinkle that on the top of this. So this meal took literally just minutes to prepare. It was healthy and it was so good and so filling. None of us were able to finish this, and it doesn't look like much food, but it was delicious. Okay, so I had to leave the sound of that in there to show you guys that little Dash egg cooker. It sings to you when your eggs are ready. So of course, I'm just going to put them into some ice water when they're done, and they can have their little bath and cool down and stop cooking. Although in hindsight, I probably should have let them just kind of sit in the cooker a little bit longer, because like I said, they're a little softer than I would have liked, but it was fine. And then I'm going to, now that like the 2 hot meals are done, I'm going to get started on doing 2 like cold bento boxes. Like these turned out amazing. So first I'm going to make this brownie oatmeal. Delicious. Harper gobbled it as soon as she came home from school, and she was like, "What is that delicious smell in the house?" And she went right to town and had one. So this is like actually a vegan recipe as well. You can definitely modify it however you'd like to. I just found a picture when I was scrolling one day on Instagram. So if you guys want to kind of like backtrack there a second, you're obviously more than welcome to take a screenshot. That's why I showed on my phone, and then give credit to whoever created the recipe. So I'm going to get that going. Now, instead of putting it into an actual like pan, I think she wanted a 6x9 pan, and I don't have that size. I decided I was going to put it into like a muffin tin, and that worked out so much better in my favor anyways, because then I could just place one of the muffin tin oatmeal cups into each of the cold bento boxes. So I'm just going to get that made, and then we'll get started on the rest of the bento boxes. Okay, so now that those beauties are in the oven, ignore these other not so beauties. Those boiled eggs did not, like, they look horrible. Usually they cook really well in that cooker, but these eggs are super fresh. I've been buying them off my brother and his wife, who now have their own little herd of chickens, and you know, we get the whole like natural, healthy chicken eggs, which I could not love more. I wish I had room for my chickens. I wish I had room for chickens in my backyard, but I don't. So we are just gonna get started on these cold bento boxes. These are such a hit, and just looking at them is almost like a food porn in itself, pardon my language, but like, you know how they say you eat with your eyes first? These just look so appetizing. They're so good. I actually have to work tonight, so I'm going to grab probably one of the pasta dishes. And then I don't know if I want this one or the next bento box. You guys are going to see they both look delicious. So in this one, we are going to put a boiled egg that I've obviously just cut in half. You can see that the yolks are like, what are they? I guess they would be considered like a medium done, not like the hard boiled, so medium boiled or whatever. I'm going to add in some wheat thins and then some of those little Borsen cheese balls. They came out with, honestly, instead of like the big hard block, you can buy them like this in this little package now, and they're little tiny, like pre-portioned little balls. Anyways, Harper's been taking these for lunch the last couple of days as well, and she loves it. She goes, oh my gosh, mommy, like that's my favorite cheese. And she goes, I just like made a sandwich with it and squished it between my crackers. I'm like, yeah, that's totally the point. And then I picked up some of these pre-packaged portioned little ranch dips, and I put in some colorful little tomatoes, some cucumber slices, carrots, and I still had room, so I put in one of these like muffin liners, and I added in some just raw California walnuts, and then I cut up one of those midday squares. Is that what they're called? You'll see in a second. Those midday squares chocolate bars. Now, this was actually my first time ever having one of those that midday squares. This is one of my first time having these, and I'm not a huge fan of them, to be honest. I did not like it the way I thought I would. Maybe it was just this flavor. But Addison took one of these boxes to work yesterday, and I noticed that the chocolate came home. There was one piece missing. I put 3 pieces of chocolate into each box, and I noticed that one piece of chocolate was missing from his box and the other 2 were left. So he must not have liked it either. But how good do these look? And then we just like some salt and pepper on our eggs. So once it comes time for eating, we just sprinkle some salt and pepper on the eggs. Yeah, that's a sad looking egg right there. Sorry, YouTube. Not very pleasing, but that's okay. Anyways, look how incredible these look. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely eating with my eyes right now. And then here are the baked chocolate brownie muffin bites. Like, they are cooked. They worked out perfect. They're ready to go. So we're going to get started on the last bento box. I just wanted to make this video nice and quick for you guys, give you some quick inspiration and motivation. And then it helps me too, because I feel like it just credibility. Like, here I am out there making healthy meals, so I can put it out there for you guys as well. So it's kind of a win-win. So in this one, we're going to do more of a fruit and cheese kind of box. And I love cottage cheese. I do not know how you guys feel about it. Like, please let me know down below. And I know it's very like controversial. And then people who eat it, some people like it with like salt and pepper. And then there's somebody like myself who, look at this, apricot jam. Yes, put like a tablespoon of apricot jam on top of your cottage cheese and thank me later. It is amazing. I think it's so good. Addison said he had to choke it down. Those are his words, not mine. But he's a big boy. He can handle like a couple tablespoons of cottage cheese. And then I'm going to add in one of those brownie muffin bites. I'm going to put some grapes in, and then I had some blueberries and strawberries washed and in the fridge already. So I'm going to put that in as well. And then that will be this like more of a sweet kind of bento box. And of course another boiled egg, because they're good for you. And yeah, it just looks so good. Oh my word. I want one right now. Maybe I'll go get one and munch on one when I'm done filming this. So yeah, that there is going to be the last of like the meal prep. So that's 4, like 2 hot meals and then 2 cold grab and go like bento boxes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know I definitely did. And then I'm just going to give you guys like a quick overview of all of them together. We do have a fridge out in the garage, so we're able to store them out there because there is no way I'd have room in my regular like kitchen fridge. That thing is jammed all the time. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. I do have another trailer video coming soon. I just have to get that edited when I have time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in. Make sure that you turn like your bell notifications on, because then you'll get notified when I do post, because I'm not quite on a regular schedule yet. I am trying to be, but just life. So anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye guys.